Good rising, brethren. This is Big Judah, coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, give all praises to the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahushai. I pray that the Most High blesses this lesson this evening. Gives more knowledge, understanding, the events of the past, in order to understand events that are currently happening on the earth. So we get a much better understanding of the things that are soon to come on the earth. Brethren, sister sent me an email talking about the explosion yesterday in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. I wanted to make this quick video because this explosion happened on the corners of, was it Church and Commerce? Coming to the end of the Great Conjunction here. All of a sudden, on their most holy day, there's a explosion on these two streets, Church and Commerce. Now we know the Most High has already been actively destroying their church doctrine as well as their economy. Okay? Make sure I got everything here. It's just more signs of what the Most High is doing. Now, the church, like I said, their church doctrine, their lies, their pastors are being exposed. Their priests are being exposed. Because last night or yesterday, the Pope had his, annual Christmas or, whatever they do. And the year before, there was over 10,000 people in attendance at their Christmas Mass. And then this year, there was around 100 people that were there. So this is showing you how the Most High is taking down the influence of their churches. Now, people don't think about, why is it that my white Jesus isn't saving Christmas? It's supposedly his birthday. He wants a huge party every year. So why isn't he saving Christmas? Why is he making it so that people have to stay home to celebrate his birthday? I thought Jesus wanted everybody to come together. But I guess Caesarea only wants it under the best conditions. If Caesarea or Good Times Jesus was really the power, he would make it so that you could go to your churches. He would make you guys exempt to keep praying to white Jesus. But apparently, he doesn't have that kind of power. But of course, the rest of you haven't gotten that, haven't gotten the message yet. And you're still praying to this power here that you think is a power. You're praying to this false image that has absolutely no power. And you don't think twice about it. Now, an explosion seems as if the Most High is just showing you how he's about to blow things up. Even more so. Now, let's take a look at commerce. Let's take a look at the definition real quick of commerce. Because this is the commerce, it said it's making a lot of sense as far as the Most High getting ready to destroy the commerce of the world. I'm going to get the definition real quick. Commerce definition, okay? The activity of buying and selling, especially on a large scale. Now, see, this is funny. The other people, like the churches and everything else, they're talking about commerce being destroyed through the chip, through the vaccines, Okay? But this is, like I said, again, the definition of commerce is the exchange or buying and selling of commodities on a large scale, involving transportation from place to place. That's what's about to get destroyed right now. See, it isn't that the Israelites are now going to go through, a time where they're not going to be able to buy or sell if they don't take the chip. It's the other nations that the Most High is about to, put the work in on. They're not going to be able to buy or sell. And what are they not going to be able to buy or sell? Products from our lands. That's what's going to happen. See, they gave you their perspective of prophecy from their point of view. And their point of view is they're never going to have to pay, and they're always going to be on top. Most High has other plans. So the commerce, that you saw exploding, there was a whole sign of that yesterday on their most holy day. Most High is making it known. He's about to destroy their churches as well as commerce. Commerce on a grand scale. So like I said, you're going to see the difference right now between the Most High's prophecies and the other nations' prophecies. So the other nations made it seem as if you don't follow their rules, you're not going to be able to participate in their system. The Most High yesterday gave you a sign that he's about to blow their system up. He's about to destroy their system. Remember now, their commerce, their trade, their money is all predicated on them coming over here and taking over our lands and taking over our resources. See, before they got here, we were the ones that were, having the blessings. We were the ones that were living through the blessings. So therefore, we had all the material that everyone else wants. And you see, that's why they ignore the fact that we were already here, because we already had the blessings, and we're about to get the blessings again. So commerce for them is about to be destroyed. Commerce for them, if they don't follow the ways of the Most High, if they have not been chosen to follow the ways of the Most High, then they're the ones that are not going to be able to participate in the new system. The new system is coming. It's already being set up. And see, we talked about in the scriptures. And that's what this is all about right now. The Most High has given us our understanding again of who we are, our lands, the ley lines, the power, the blessings, how it's all interconnected. He's already set up a perfect storm to destroy their commerce, destroy their economy. So like I said, the commerce is about to be destroyed. It's not going to be us having to be forced to either follow them or be destroyed. That's not what's going to happen. It's going to be either you're going to follow the Most High's chosen people. You're going to follow the example that they're setting for you through the power of the Most High. Either you're going to follow our power, or you're going to get kicked off the land. You're the ones that are going to be getting removed. See how everything is backwards. They made us feel forever that it was going to be Jacob's trouble starting right now, and that they were going to be in charge again, and they were going to be in charge of commerce. They're not going to be in charge of commerce anymore. The Most High is giving that back to his people. They're not going to be in charge of church or belief systems anymore either. Most High is already exposing how much they lie about absolutely everything. You can see it right now. We can easily make videos on these pastors and priests every time they come up and say something, because what they're saying is a bunch of BS. But let's read a little bit about that commerce and how it's not going to be them running commerce anymore, but it's going to be the Most High who's going to be running, the trade and how things are going to be going down going forward. So let's go to Revelation. Chapter 18. Let's go on down here. Let's start at 8. Now they're going to see who's losing commerce, who's losing trade, who's losing their money, who's losing control of all that. Is it going to be us? Is it going to be us if we don't follow to get the chip and all that other stuff? Or is it the other nations who are going to be mourning? Why are they going to be mourning? Like I said, they're not going to be able to use our lands anymore for their commerce to make money. They're not going to be able to do that anymore. Revelation 18 will start at 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord who judgeth her. And we were talking about the ladder of Jacob, the other book that I was reading. It's talking about the angels hurling their lightning bolts down, okay, and destroying our enemies. And here we go, 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. All right, that's when the death angels are turned loose even more so. So look again, number 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her, when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So all these people who've done all these trade agreements and all these, chances for them to get together and make money off of our lands and our resources, they're lamenting, they're sad, because they know the days of being able to do that are over. Let's go to 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. So the merchants, people who are, working, having commerce with people here who are taking over our lands and our resources, they're mourning, they're weeping, because they know that they're not going to be able to use any of that anymore. They're not going to be able to get rich, live deliciously, have all the dainties of life. So again, let's go with 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. So they're weeping and mourning again over the lands over here, for no man will buy the merchandise anymore. You won't be able to just get it and, use it and make a killing off of everything. And see, it's like we're in this transition period right now. And I just love watching their commercials. Sometimes I'll play their old commercials from their old shows, and they'll be on vacation in the Caribbean. It's all white people just loving life. And, they'll have a couple of black people who'll be working there, supposedly black people working there, doing everything for them, the maid, the person bringing them their food, entertaining them. And they're just talking about how, you work hard and you need to play hard. And it's just like, just looking at these commercials and like just kind of getting a little chuckle, because we know that those days are gone. There will be no more of that. We don't do that here. You don't get to do that here anymore. Oh, so you keep watching all their commercials. And I think the commercials make them even crazier, because they see the commercials and they see all these great things they used to be able to do. And now they can't do them anymore. Just like they had the ring ceremony for the Lakers, and that was the most awkward looking ceremony ever. No fans in the stands. They usually do all their ring ceremonies up so much, and then at the end they didn't bring down the banner, because they said they're going to wait until the fans could come back into the stadium, and then they'll let their banner down. Yeah, don't hold your breath on that one. On that happening anytime soon. Like I said, I love watching their commercials, and just knowing in our minds we understand what's going on. I think, like I said, it makes them crazier because they can't wait. They see what they used to have, and then they know that they can't have it right now, but they're holding out hope that the vaccine is going to make it so they can do all these things again, very soon. That's what you keep hearing from these doctors. That, oh, well, with this vaccine, by March and April, we should have, a semblance of normalcy. And then by the end of September, we'll have stadiums packed again for football. And then in basketball, like, yeah, you guys are hilarious. You guys are just, I said, living in La La Land, even while you see everything falling apart all around you. So you see this commerce right here. Again, let's continue. Now we're at Revelation 18 and 12. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and of pearls and fine linen, and purple and silk, and scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manner vessels of ivory, and all manner vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. So all these things that they've, all part of their merchandise system that they were getting from over here. Remember now, our lands are the best. So when you're looking at all these things they're talking about, it would come from the best lands, would it not? It would not be coming. All these things are not coming from Ham's lands of heat and deserts. And it's not coming from the other lands, okay? It's not coming from Japheth's lands. Not coming from snow and cold. These things are what they've been practicing commerce with on our lands and our resources. Okay? Let's go to 14. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee. So the fruits of our precious lands that they've lusted over, that they wanted so much, because their lands didn't produce those things. They're not going to be able to get those either. Okay? It says, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. So you guys are gonna not, you're not going to be the ones who are going to have access to this merchandise. So now it makes sense as to why, our ancestors would be be going around and trading with others, because we had what everybody else wants. And see, Esau and the Gentiles made you think that even after, starting now, they were going to get access to all this and continue with the dainties of life. But you're being shown that that's not the case. That was another sign. Yesterday, Most High is blowing everything up. He's blowing up the Gentiles' religious systems, and he's blowing up their means of commerce. Okay? 15. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her, okay, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Okay, for in 1 hour her so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company and the ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads, and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High hath avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. So, as the others people have been following the prophecies of the Gentiles, they make it seem as if you want to participate in their economy, you're going to have to take the chip. Because apparently they seem to have faith that the Gentiles and Edomite economy is still going to be continuing after this. I'm showing you that right after, pretty much after the conjunction had finished, and on their holy day, their Jesus day, there was an explosion at this particular place. And then you look at the cross streets, okay? Church and commerce. Church and commerce being destroyed. The church is already, at the edge of the cliff, ready to fall over. The economy is no different. Everything, has reason. The Most High doesn't do anything for no reason. He doesn't do anything, just willy-nilly, for no reason. There's always a method to the madness. Things people might think are madness, you just kind of look around, and like I said, we got our people actually working and looking, bringing these things together, bringing this information out, sharing it. Now you can see their economy is already, wobbling. We're probably gonna get another video coming up here shortly talking about that. So their commerce is already falling apart. So now you got that. You got the churches falling apart. You got the scripture right here, Revelation 18, about them, losing everything, weeping and mourning, because there are ways of commerce, there are ways of making money, ways of exploiting our people and our lands and our animals. Everything that they've been using, the water, making us pay for our own water as they pollute everything. All the things they've been doing for commerce is now coming to an end. So it's always, we need to look around, the edges of events, because they all have different meanings. And that's what we're looking for, meaning, understanding of what's to come, or what the Most High is doing. Everyone else is worried about trying to figure out who did what, and that's what they talked about all day long. So we can see that there's more signs and events than what meets the eye. All praise is to the Most High, Yahweh. The acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledge Tawashai. Shalom.